I'm Ansar Ali, born and bred in Oldham. I'm the owner of a small company called dsgnuk, again based in Oldham. We specialise in graphic design and web development for small to medium companies primarily, but we also have some really large companies that we work with. We do everything from branding to digital marketing, web development, search engine optimization, and just continues throughout.
Can you tell us about your journey as a young entrepreneur?
My journey as a young entrepreneur, it was a journey in itself, to say the least. You know, being a graphic designer and being in the web development industry was always going to be a challenge in itself. You know, it was new to the business world. It was never actually, you know, publicized or appreciated. You know, when I started in early 2000, mid 2000, I was faced with a different challenge every single day. You know, come to think of it now, it was a blessing, because with every single challenge that I faced, I had to find a solution. I had to kind of learn for myself, you know, as to how I could overcome that challenge. And ultimately it's made me the person that I am today. Back then we had no help from any kind of training organizations, or, you know, what we have these days, you know, the Rio Ferdinand Foundation, the Oldham Enterprise Trust, and all the other organizations that are there to help young people kind of nurture and leap into the world of business.
You've won several awards over the years. Could you tell us about the secrets to your success?
Secrets to my success, winning these awards, it's the drive and passion that I have for letting people, especially young people out there who believe that they can't win anything or do the best that they can. It's not for myself, I'll tell you that for nothing. The awards are just to inspire other people who feel like they have no hope whatsoever to believe that they can and they will. And it's not just the big guns that are going to win the awards all the time. And, you know, the underdogs do get a chance to win and, you know, rub shoulders with all the big, you know, the big boys, as they call it. You know, when I was in school, I left with just 4 GCSEs, and, you know, it was hard basically. So I had to battle my way through college, through university, to get to where I am. At college, I was told that I was there to make numbers, and no one should be told that, basically. You know, everyone there has the opportunity to do the best they can, and, you know, no one's there to just make up numbers, as they say. You know, everyone out there with a lack of self-belief should have that belief that they can do it. And, you know, that's my drive for, you know, keep entering these competitions and awards, because, you know, underdogs, you know, we need a chance, and they will get their chance eventually.
Could you tell us what you think are the main skills in running a successful business?
The main skills, I feel, are to truly identify what the potential client or the customer actually needs. You know, you don't want to set up something just for the sake of it. You know, like the gimmick we had with the fidget spinners, no disrespect to them guys, you know, it's gone in like a month. You need to evaluate a service or a product which has a long shelf life, you know, something that will, you know, last 5-10 years. You know, you don't want to quit after a few months. That is actually I personally feel is the main skill. You know, initially identifying what you really want to do. You know, talking about that, you need to be passionate about the item or product or service. You know, photographers, video makers, you know, graphic designers. Obviously it's our industry, so we know people that go into that industry are really passionate about what they do. You know, no disrespect to anyone else, just, you know, you sit there and you sell stuff and you don't want to be there. You know, you want to create something where, you know, you'll enjoy and you look forward to going in and not think, oh God, I gotta go into work. You know, I think, you know, taking that point into consideration, you also need good communication skills, not to just speak to, you know, your team members, your clients or your suppliers. You need to communicate to the wider community and the wider kind of target audience that you need to reach, when you're not there. Basically, what I'm trying to explain is, you're not going to be everywhere to explain your company and your services to everyone. You want to speak when you're not even there, basically. Communicate with your brand, communicate with your work, communicate with, what your clients have to say about you. That's an awesome, amazing way of, communication in itself. I'd say another skill is actually having the ability to learn from failures and mistakes and see it as a learning curve rather than, oh no, I failed and that's it, that's the end of it. Every single barrier that you face, I feel you should challenge it, with everything that you have, learn from it and be better. Let your passion, your desire, your commitment, brush out and, just take control, basically. You're going to learn all the other things, your admin, your accounts, all that kind of stuff. There's people out there that will help you with that, but your passion, your work ethic, no one else will put that in. That's a skill in itself that only you will have and only you can portray.
What training and local support is available for young entrepreneurs from Oldham?
In terms of training, all I've got to say is you need to learn by all means necessary. You just need to learn and learn. Back when I started, there was no organisations that will help us, but these days, we've got the Oldham Enterprise Trust that do so much in terms of helping set up young people with their businesses. We've got YENO, which is Youth Enterprise Network Oldham. Again, they help you, get into the world of entrepreneurship, and if you're already an entrepreneur, they help you become better and bigger. There's business growth hub, again, who do similar stuff. If you don't want to take up stuff like that, which I highly recommend you do, it's all free and they're there to actually help you, with a passion. They have the added benefit of working with existing and experienced businesses, which is real life experience. You won't get that kind of information and support anywhere, apart from, unless you go for a proper paid course, which is quite difficult for young entrepreneurs these days. Alongside the support and advice that you get from businesses, you can get yourself a mentor from your industry that will, help you break barriers that you face that on a normal day you wouldn't. I always say a wise man learns from another man's mistakes. If I've made the mistakes that you're going to make in the future, why not learn from me or someone like me? That will help you, fast track a good few months.
What are your hopes going out of 2020 for yourself and young people from Oldham? What are your hopes going out of 2020 for yourself and young people in Oldham?
Hopes for getting out of 2020. It's been a challenging year for everyone. Especially, I work with young people and I see young people a lot, and I know a lot of young people have suffered during this year with COVID and the restrictions that we've had. Young people find it hard to talk to people, their friends. Like in our generation, it was a lot more easier. Young people are finding it hard. I know that for a fact. But they need to understand that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Look at things positively. A lot of young people in the creative industry will get appreciated a lot more these days because we've realised that technology and digital media plays a massive part in us communicating, because the fact that we've not been able to see people and discuss and communicate, we've used tools like Zoom and Team to discuss and have meetings, FaceTime. It's been it's played a massive importance in people's lives. You know, we will get out of this in a positive way. I know that for a fact. You know, the digital era will, you know, just pivot up there. I feel, you know, we'll work and learn so much more about ourselves. But ultimately, what we need to do is basically look after our young people and make sure that we put them first. Because at the end of the day, young people, they are our future, and you know, they're the people that are going to keep us moving forward.